Hi, my name is Susie, and I'm here at Vanguard Spine and Sport. I started off as a chiropractic patient. My chiropractor, uh, who I really loved, decided to go into animal chiropractic, and so she gave Vanguard Spine and Sport as a reference for follow-up, and she herself comes here, so I felt comfortable. I noticed that there was an ideal protein sign in the outside as well as in the office, and I was a bit intrigued because I gained a lot of weight when I was pregnant and never had really lost the weight. So I just thought, I've tried, you know, dieting on my own, and I'll lose a little bit, but then it's like I get discouraged, and then I would gain it back again, and and sometimes just gain more and more as I'm getting older. But I decided, what the hey, I'll just go ahead and try this ideal protein thing out. What I mean by that is I was going to read up about it and see, what the theory and such behind it was. But before I go into that, I'll say that I have met goals for my body. I came in with a body fat of 40%. Now I am at 29%. And I did that for purposes of cutting down my risk for heart disease and developing diabetes, because it's in my family medical history. As far as the weight numbers, I start off at 160 pounds and I'm now at 129 pounds, gone down from a dress size of 12, now I'm down to a dress size of 6. And so I'm really happy that I've met these goals. But the reason why I picked the ideal protein protocol, besides the fact that I saw it, at the chiropractor's office, was that I went to the ideal protein website and read up about it, and I got my undergraduate degree in biochemistry, and we had a test over the metabolic pathways. And I remember way back then, a group of us gals were in studying for the test, decided we would brainstorm a way that would be the fastest way to lose fat, and we came to the conclusion that we would want to go with a low carbohydrate, high protein diet. And so it was really interesting when I took a look at this protocol. That's what they do. It's a low carbohydrate, high protein diet, and it just has been really successful for me. Another thing that I really like about it is the educational aspect, and I get a email daily to check out an educational video that lasts anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes long. And I am in the medical field, so I have this certain level of sophistication, if you will, and those educational videos that Dr. Wilkerson does are very informative, and they're very interesting, and they talk about why other forms of dieting don't work, and what happens with yo-yo dieting metabolically. Very impressed. They educate you on what to expect when you start going into the diet, because you're trying to force your body from digesting and using sugar and carbohydrates for energy and switching over to what's called ketone bodies, which are break down products of fat, and that's how the fat gets used, lost. So, and then also was important the emphasis on maintaining a high protein intake, because you, when you're in a situation where you don't have carbohydrates, well, your brain and your red blood cells, they preferentially and exclusively use glucose for their energy, and so the body will take protein, and it can break down protein and make glucose for the brain and for the red cells. So what I liked about this protocol was that they paid particular attention to making sure that there was enough protein so that your body didn't turn to chewing up your own muscle mass to get the glucose for the brain. So it just made a lot of sense to me, and I was really impressed with the education and the level of sophistication of the education. Also there is, a financial factor involved, yes, but I think that, things that you want, yeah, you're going to have to pay a price. If it's valuable to you, you do. And what happens here is that the Ideal Protein protocol also has built into it a weekly meeting with the Ideal Protein coach. And in this case, at this clinic, a gal named Kayleen is the Ideal Protein coach. She is wonderful. She has actually been on the protocol herself. She's been on other diets. She's got a good background in nutrition, and it's really very encouraging and sometimes discouraging, when you backslide, to have somebody weigh you, check your body fat, measure your arms, your legs, your chest, your waist, and your hips, and you get to see those numbers going down. It's really very encouraging. The toughest part of the Ideal Protein protocol, I think, was the first week, because, man, your body wants those carbohydrates, and so I feel a little bit tired and crabby and headache, and all of a sudden it's like, dry croutons on a salad just seems so delectable and appetizing, and it takes a couple of days for that kind of thought and sensation to go away, and then after that it's an adjustment, but once you get into the swing of things, it's all right. It's not torturous. I'm not hungry, and I'm really happy with the results.